Good morning. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Holyish podcast. It's your girl, JoJo, here. Super excited to have you guys back with us. I have my guy here, Danny De Niro. It's my co host.
You.
Yes, yes. Geez, y'all. Today, what are we even discussing and talking about today? It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. I have some few things to continue from our past episode, or maybe an episode or two before, I don't know. But we are continuing the series of the cost of being aware, excuse me. The cost of being aware.
Part two.
Part two. If you didn't catch part one, go back and see that. Some good stuff in there. I don't know, y'all. So I think the whole point of this series is just to bring awareness to the healing process and what that looks like, and how there's multiple, I don't want to call it steps, but there's just multiple parts to it. And I just want to speak on exactly what worked for me and what's working for me, rather, because healing is just that. It's a journey, it's not a destination. So yeah, I think where we left off was on discernment and boundaries.
Yep.
We spoke about that. I think that was a pretty good conversation that we had. And yeah, today I just wanted to talk a bit about responsibility. When you're going through the healing process and I should say the healing journey, taking responsibility is when healing actually gets real. It's one thing when you're discerning between different things, different places, people, and things. And it's another thing when you're setting those boundaries with those people, places, and things, and yourself. But it gets real when you start taking responsibility. You start taking accountability for the role you play in certain things and where and how you show up. I think that's really important. Taking taking responsibility is just the ownership phase of healing. It's when you get to a space in your healing process and you stop asking yourself, why is this happening to me? You know?
Right.
And you get to a space where you're more so asking God, what is it that you're trying to show me about myself?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I need to see? Now that I can see this clearly, what am I responsible for? What's my responsibility in this process, in this journey, in this relationship, in this friendship, and whatever it may be that you're working your way through, whatever that may look like for you in your individual life. I know for me, I got to a space where I had to really look myself in the mirror and hold a mirror up to my own life and stop. I had to literally take myself out of that victim role or victim mindset of oh, such and such did this to me, or you hurt me, or you did this and you did that, and stop pointing a finger and actually look at myself. Was I showing up as the best version of myself in that season, in that time? Was I the best friend that I could be, that I had, that I could be? You know what I mean? Was I the best daughter that I could be? Was I the best sister that I could be in that season, in that phase? Was I the best girlfriend in that fill in the blank, however it goes? And then also understanding that emotional intelligence has to play a part in that, and recognizing what did that person have going on in their life at that time, in that season. What were they dealing with? What were they battling or challenging, or what was happening in their world at that time when this hurt or this betrayal took place? You know what I mean? And just kind of putting all of the pieces together and being able to look at yourself and say, if I take out what they did to me, and that's not devaluing that, it's not taking responsibility away from them, but it's about you taking responsibility for the role that you may or may not have played. So it's not to say that that person didn't hurt you. It's not to say that what they did wasn't wrong, or however you want to word it. It's to say, how could I have been a better individual in this? How could I helped myself or that person in that situation? How could I have shown up better? in that situation? How could I have de-escalated that situation? Did I add fuel to the fire? Was I a listening ear? Was I what? However, I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just in that sense of like really taking responsibility, and that's when I feel like healing gets real. That's when the work really comes in, when you're having to like, okay, I could have done this differently. I could have done that differently. I could have taken accountability here. I could have listened more there. I didn't realize what you may or may not have been experiencing because I was so caught up in my own feelings that I didn't even think about what you may have been experiencing, or how this same situation may have affected you in a different way than it affected me, because we are two different people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's very important. I think a perfect example of that in my life, as I'm talking about it, I can't help but think about it. My ex and I, we were together and we were in a living situation. And I mean, I'm not going to go into like super deep details about what happened, but I was in a space where he was in a space where he was at one point in time able and capable of doing certain things and providing certain things, and then he went through a season where he wasn't. And I thought that it was the best thing for me to do to kind of step in and fill in the gap,
Yeah.
and I thought that that was the right thing for me to do. I was sure that I was doing the right thing in that season. um I mean, I'm not a guy, but at that time, I would think that that's what a guy would. I thought at that time that that was all a guy would want. Like, okay, when I'm in my down season, like I want a girl that's gonna be. I want my girl to be able to kind of fill in the gap and be able to pick me up or keep me up when I'm down. But I wasn't aware to the fact that me coming up with solutions to our problems was emasculating him in a sense. You know what I mean? He went from being able to do certain things, and he was in a season where he was battling that secretly. And I was so focused on us not missing a beat, us being able to, keep the rhythm and the momentum going that we had prior to, that
Yeah.
I was coming up with solutions for the problem, and that itself was emasculating him, and I didn't know. And it took for me to be out of that relationship and on the other side of things, and it didn't take away from anything that he did wrong in
Yeah.
the relationship or where he fell short, but it was just me being able to set that aside for a little bit and be able to look at myself and say, hey, like, he probably needed you to show up in this way, and you only knew how to show up in that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Danny, what's your take on that? As far as just taking responsibility, have you ever been in a situation where you had to kind of set your pride aside, even though someone may have done you wrong, or maybe they weren't right in the situation, but you had to also like kind of look at it from the other perspective, because I'm sure you've been there a time or two in life.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Probably like my last 5 relationships.
Not the last 5.
Last 5 relationships. I mean, yeah, I've been in plenty of situations where, you know, with me being like the older sibling, it's almost like I'm just used to more or less having to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Um, there's times where I'll use one of my recent relationships for an example. I had to be the big person and end things
Yeah.
because we just were no good for one another. It was toxic. Um, it wasn't serving either one of us. Neither one of us was happy. Now, don't get me wrong; it wasn't like all bad,
Right.
but the
Got to a
good,
point.
well, the bad outweighed the good, and once the bad outweighs the good, that's when you have to kind of take a step back and kind of look at it. I would say my second or third last girlfriend, she left me with a gem. This gem was, I feel like, in any relationship, kind of like how like with a job, how they have like quarterly and yearly reviews and all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Her theory was you should have the same thing in a relationship.
I like it.
Every month, we should sit down, have a conversation,
I like it.
voice our grievances, figure out if we still like each other, figure out if we still want to do this, and work to make the foundation stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
That should be like a monthly thing.
I agree. I love it.
And I kind of took that gem from her because I thought about it, and it makes a lot of sense because what happens in a lot of relationships, we get complacent.
Yeah.
Where things might not be the best,
right,
but you kind of just accept it. You don't take no responsibility for nothing. You just move however you're gonna move, and you just let the cards fall where they're gonna fall. You know, and I like that. I like addressing the problem or addressing any concerns head on.
Yeah,
and that's a big part of taking responsibility as well. So I would definitely say that gem was passed to me by an ex. I would say take that and do it as you please, but it's not a bad idea. You know, maybe every month is a bit excessive. Maybe every 6 months, maybe every year, an annual thing. Who knows?
What works for you, you know?
Yeah, because what happens is, you know, you get into these relationships and you just kind of just let time run its course, and before you know, you look up and you've been with somebody that you don't even care for over a decade.
Yeah.
And now you're one of these people where you're like, well, if this don't work out, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
But the problem is
so good.
But the problem is you should have been the responsible one and not wasted all your good years.
Yeah.
Like it's mind-boggling to me how some people will be like 25, 30, get into a relationship for the next 10, 15, 20 years with somebody that they don't really love.
You don't even like them.
and then it don't work out. Now you was in a dating pool 25, 30. Now you got to hop in this dating pool 50, 55. Like
so real, and it's out here, so real.
Yeah, like what rap do you got at that point?
Yeah.
You talking about the senior citizen benefits you got? You talking about the free Starbucks you get on Wednesday?
Oh no, it be some 45, 50-year-olds that be out here in great shape, in the best shape of their life, in the prime of their life. I know some of them. I'm just piggybacking a little bit. Some of them be out here in the best shape of their life. They be out here.
But but then what happens when they meet somebody like you, and you might give them a chance, but then you're gonna crush their feelings. You're gonna be like, "Oh, what's up, Pop Pop?"
I will. You know about that. Y'all, he revealing. First of all, that is something I would do. No lie, because but in a joking manner. I'm quick to be like, Papa.
Not real malicious.
Not
real malicious. Just cracking jokes.
That's me for sure.
Just cracking jokes.
I mean, I think. First of all, I don't even know if this is like kind of veering a little bit, but off that like small tidbit, I think my biggest concern today with that would be just the fact that I know what I want right now, and I know that I want to be married and I want to start a family, and then someone significantly older than me like would have to be willing and wanting that same thing. You know what I mean? And even if they have like a kid or two that's of age, like it's like I still have my wants and my desires for my life. So it's like, and then are you okay with if we have a kid and you 60 when they 10? You know what I mean? Like what you going? So I think about that. You know what I mean? Like there's a dynamic in that age gap for me specifically. But like I said, it's some.
But I mean, you get you one of these 50, 60-year-olds still in shape. Then you good. I mean, they can
that's what I'm saying. There's someone out here still.
They can still hang with the kid at least till they get to high school.
I mean, they at least need to graduate. You know what I mean? They at least need to graduate, and then we go. We can go chill somewhere. We go off grid after that. But I don't know. That was a little off, but
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, and since we jumped into this little territory, I keep you on the hot spot.
He's about to keep you on the hot spot.
For the people out there looking, What would be like an ideal situation for JoJo? Give me an ideal situation from top to bottom, meaning the ideal person,
on my nerves
the ideal person, the ideal situation, the ideal kids, the ideal lifestyle. Like
I feel like we kind of had this conversation before.
Well, let's have it again.
Let's get on my nerves. I don't remember what I said. Let me stop.
Okay.
Oh my God. I would have to say ideal situation. All right, let me be serious. First and foremost, someone that is emotionally available.
That's
Someone
important.
that's a what?
That's important.
Oh yeah, because I feel like
Look,
we
you got
being
defensive.
petty.
Look, you
'Cause
got
I already
defensive.
feel like
She ready.
this question is so petty. Like it's not, but it is. Like, but anyway, it's okay. Let's play along.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone that's emotionally available, someone that is actively pursuing. You know what I mean? Me, like someone that actually wants to pursue me for me and not just with some, I guess, like end goal in their mind or like end game in their mind.
Well, maybe you are the end game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
me and all of me needs to be the end game. Like it doesn't need to be like for you to get a score, for you to get a point, or for you to like. I'm just like I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? And I mean I've grown to where now I can definitely see the signs of that a lot sooner. So I'm done wasting time with
You want them. You want the individual to clean the whole plate. You don't want them to just come take the big piece of chicken.
You know what I mean? Like
I get you.
yeah, it's just like I guess what I'm trying to say is intentionality. Like you're intentional about what it is that you want and you're investing in what it is that you want.
Gotcha.
And you're willing to invest in that. I would also say someone who is not only like willing to learn me and who I am, but willing to, how do I want to word it? Like bring me into their world. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
where I'm like, I don't feel like I can't be myself, where we're an addition to each other and we're adding value to one another in a healthy way. Then he said top to bottom.
Yup.
Get on my nerves.
And did.
Petty. I would say someone who isn't necessarily healed, because like I said, that's not a destination, it's a journey, but someone who is actively on that healing journey, someone who has done some inner work on themselves to understand they fought a couple of demons, then they passed, they know what trauma look like, they faced them head on, you know what I mean? So you at least know how to war in the spirit with me. You know how to get in the you know how to get in the battlefield with me. Like that way it can be a partnership. And that leads me directly into someone who's God-fearing, someone who loves Jesus, someone who is following God, and someone who, and when I say that, I mean that because you hear it all the time that men are looking for women to be submissive, and you know, men are throwing that word around so loosely, and I feel like a lot of y'all don't even know what it means, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. I want to be able to submit to someone who is submitted to God. I want to be able, because then I know I have a good idea of where it is that you're leading me. Because a lot of times people are looking for, or men rather, are looking for women that, I can't believe you got me even going this deep. Like, this is crazy. But a lot of times men are looking for women to be submissive, but submissive to what? Where am I following you to? Where are we going?
Where are you taking me?
You know what I mean? Like, and it's not that I have to know every single detail or every in and out. Like, I can understand that, like, if you're the leader and you're the one driving, that sometimes I can sit back and, you know what I mean, just ride and just go with the flow. But I need to have a general idea of where it is that we're going. Like, I'm not just gonna follow you off a cliff. I'm not just gonna follow you just to the middle of nowhere and there's no plan, there's no direction. Like, and I'm not, like I said, I don't have to have all the details, but the overall plan, I need to know what's going on. I need to know where we headed, where we going. And if you're following Christ, you're in Christ, and I then have, because that means that you're praying how to love me better. You're praying to God to show you the depths of me. You're going straight to the source. You're going straight to my creator to learn how to love me properly. So in that, and then and vice versa. Like, let's be clear, we're not just putting, but you asked what I would like to see. You know what I mean? But obviously that's vice versa.
Yeah.
So yeah, something that's a true partnership. Like, we're in this together. And like I said, we can war in the spirit together. Somebody who knows how to pray, who knows how to call on the name of Jesus. Because if I'm I feel like the head of the house, you know what I mean, needs to know
Yeah.
how to do that. The head of my house, at least,
Right,
needs to know
right.
how to do that. Yeah, I speak for me. The head of my house needs to know how to do that because hardships are gonna come up, hard times are gonna come up. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to use that. Outside sources are going to try to intervene into what we have going on. I feel like
Yeah.
attacks are on healthy relationships, attacks are on marriages. You start speaking about marriage, you start speaking about going under that covenant, that's when attacks are forming. So I need someone who is willing to get in, who willing to get in the field.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's, because anything else after that, we ready for that. You know what I mean? We ready for whatever come next.
Nice.
So yeah, that's how I would answer that.
Nice. Yeah, sorry to have you sidestep, but
Nah, it's
listen,
all good. I think that was
I'm
good
speaking for the
conversation.
people.
Yeah.
They wanted to know.
It's good
They wanted to know.
conversation.
There's somebody on the other end of that camera right now that's like taking notes.
And see,
I'ma
that's
get
the
it right.
thing. That's the.
Let me get it right.
Come on, because
I'm gonna get it right, and I'm gonna
Y'all,
shoot my
I
shot,
cannot
and I'm gonna
stand
come correct.
Danny.
I'm gonna come correct with JoJo this time. Nah.
Y'all better know that JoJo got some discernment, so she gonna know if you pretending and if you putting on a show in a front. So come authentically.
Yeah, I mean that is true. That is true.
correct.
Because
Okay?
it is only so long that that representative could be on the surface.
Well, you talking
At
about
some
this. I love
point,
it.
at some point,
Yeah.
that cloak is going.
It's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop, and you're gonna be like, who that?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't what I signed up for.
I did not sign up for this, and baby, best believe I have no problem kicking your behind right to the curb. No problem.
Damn.
Cause my peace, and it's not anything to be evil or anything to be nasty about, but it's just the truth. Like my peace is very important. I worked hard for this. I worked really hard to get to where I am and to get to a place where I can finally exhale. That's kind of taking us into that's a good segue.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
That was nice. But I worked hard to get here. I worked hard to get to a place where I can exhale, where I can breathe, where I can. Hey, I've created a lot of peace around me. So I'm not saying that you got to bring me peace because I come with peace, but you can't come disrupting my peace because that don't work for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that don't work for me. I think that's a okay segue into the other part of the cost of being aware. Actually, I think all of that was really good for that. But so I would talk about how it is to grieve. You know what I mean? When you're going through that healing process, grieving is very important because first and foremost, when you're healing and you've set boundaries, you've had the discernment, or in the opposite order, you had the discernment, you set the boundaries, and you've accepted responsibility, you kind of got to feel all those feelings. Like, that's a lot. Like, not even kind of like you have to feel those feelings. You have to go through that grieving process, because if you don't, you risk allowing yourself to be brittle and hardened. You risk your heart hardening up if you don't go through those emotions, if you don't feel those feelings, whether that be sadness, anger, whatever that looks like for you. You know what I mean? That grieving process is imperative, because otherwise, like I said, you just risk your heart hardening up. I think you touched on that a little bit earlier, where people get to that place where they're like, I'm never doing this again. Like, and you just get closed off and you get hard to the world, and you feel like, oh, it ain't no good men out here. It ain't no good women out here. I'm just giving up on this. Like, you get in that bitter spot. Like, you get bitter if you don't go through those feelings and you don't learn how to trust yourself. You don't learn how to trust your feelings. And I think that's very important. Grieving who you were, who you used to be, grieving what you once tolerated. You know what I mean? Things that you used to tolerate that you just don't anymore. Sometimes you got to grieve those things. Sometimes you got to grieve relationships that worked because you weren't healed. You weren't on a healing journey. So you were okay with certain things. You were accepting certain things. Some things just came a little easier, a little natural for you to deal with and for you to allow into your space.
Right.
But now you know better, so you're doing better. And sometimes you got to grieve that. You know what I mean? You got to go through those emotions. You got to go through those feelings, because, and I'm not saying go through them alone. If you want my personal opinion, I say take it to his feet. take it to his feet, because one thing about it, there is no love like the love of Christ. There is no love. I'm trying to tell y'all, you can't. It's nothing like the presence of God. Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing like it. I feel his presence right now. Like, it's nothing like being in the presence of God. It's nothing like being surrounded by his love. It's nothing like being in his embrace. And especially when you're going through those grieving times, especially when you're going through those hard times, when you're shedding off parts of yourself that no longer serve you, when you're
Yeah.
shedding off parts of yourself that can't go with you, people, places, and things that can't go where the Lord is taking you, where your life is taking you, where your destiny is taking you. And it's not an easy road at all. This is good. It's not an easy road. And yeah, I just think that it's just important to keep your heart softened, to keep your focus on the bigger picture, to keep yourself aligned with what your purpose is. And grieving is a very important part of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything you want to add for that, Danny? The grieving process? Anybody you had to grieve? Any situations or versions of yourself that you had to grieve? And
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they said on there that your first big breakup defines you. And then it had me thinking
okay.
what I felt like was my first big breakup. And I think they're right.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took me to a dark place. It took me to a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those breakups that it didn't have no merit to it. So for example, we're cool today. I mean, I don't talk to her. We're cool today. Like, I'm over it.
Right.
But at the time, I was devastated. So the girl that I was dating, we spent tons of time together. Her house, my place, go to the movies, go out to the mall together, all that good stuff. I'm obviously talking about some like high school, post high school type relationship. But anyway, one day she comes over. She comes over to my house. And I'm thinking she's like gonna just stay the whole day with me or spend the night because my dad was out the country at this time and I had like the whole condo to myself. She comes over and she just like kind of sits on the bed and she's just like, we need to talk. Yeah. And I'm like, what's up? Yeah. Breaking up is the furthest thing from my mind.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, we need to talk. And I'm just like, what's going on? And she was just like, I think we need to take a break. And I was just like, take a break?
Yeah.
Take a break? What is this? The school? Spring break? No,
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about no break.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I was talking with my mom and she told me that we should break up because I have my whole life ahead of me and I'm going to regret if I go into my college life and my adult life with the same person from high school. And I was just like, so you like me, you love me, you still want to be with me, but because your mom spoke against it, you're here today breaking up with me. Yeah. And and it was one of those things that she was like, basically, and like there was no breakup sex, there was no.
No, that's real though. That's real. That's real.
Look, mind you,
especially with the way that things were happening. Like, yeah, I feel you. Though. Yeah, that's real.
But granted, we was both virgins at the time, so I can see why it probably wasn't.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was just like, when she left, while she was there, and then she came obviously to grab whatever of mine or of hers that was at my place. Like she grabbed like old Missy CDs and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was just like, when she left, like I felt that like that hole in me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most people break up because you don't like each other no more.
Yeah.
Somebody cheated on the other one.
Yeah. Something happened.
Yeah, just something crazy happened.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that my first, like, in my opinion, my first real relationship, the fact that we broke up because your mom
Mm-hmm.
said so
Yeah.
and you did it, it was like,
Yeah.
it didn't sit well with me at all for years.
Yeah.
And I think this was like around the time when I started doing music and I kind of went on a killing spree. Not proud of it, but
Killing spree is crazy to say. Like, I know what you mean, friend, but like,
killing spree.
killing spree is
Killing
crazy.
spree. I was what's that Fabulous mixtape? There is no competition.
Oh my goodness.
Those of y'all that know that mixtape, dead. That's what anybody that was in my sights, dead. Shot him down every time. Like, and I'm not proud of it.
Out here in these
But
streets.
But it goes back to what me and you were kind of talking about privately. Hurt people.
Yeah.
I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurt. And I didn't know how to handle it.
That's right.
And the only way I knew how to handle it, I guess, was, for some reason I felt like if I just kept sleeping with other women, the pain would go away.
Yeah.
And it never did.
Never did.
And I just kept chasing that pain removal.
Okay.
And it never happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
That's so good though. I think so many of us do that, whether
Mhm.
it's like that specific way or situation or whatever it is. Like there's always something that we're using as a vice, as a coping mechanism.
Mhm.
Like we all have these crutches that we're using instead of actually grieving.
Mhm.
Instead of actually allowing ourselves to feel, we try to find things to help us not, And I just think that it's important that we allow ourselves to feel those feelings, whether that be privately by yourself, whether you have somebody that you can call and lean on, whether it's I don't know, whatever works and whatever works for you, whether that's a pastor, whether that's going to church. Some people work out, some people will find healthier outlets if you can, to cope with these things, Me, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm a crybaby. Like, I'm the type that's gonna cry in the shower. Like, I do like dramatic cries in the shower. Like, and that's me being real vulnerable with y'all. Like, that's me. Like, my feelings hurt, or I had it. Like, y'all, I like. You ever turn the shower on and like sit down in the shower and you just like it's giving movie. Like I'm just sitting there like bawling my eyes out. But I feel better after though. I know when I need a good cry.
Yeah.
I go and I get it out. Like because it works for me. There's shower cries in my journals, obviously. I love to write.
All I could picture is you sitting up in your place by yourself in the shower talking about break my heart. Say you love me again.
I'm such a crybaby. Like I really am. Like I love a good cry. I don't care. I'm in touch with my feelings, y'all. I'm gonna feel it. I don't care.
Give us a little taste. What's your go-to cry song? That shit almost jumped out of you. That shit almost jumped out of you.
I was like,
strong.
I don't even know who
JoJo.
sings that though. Like,
you ain't gotta know who sings it. It's a mic right there.
You know that song "Let It Go"? Not Frozen, obviously, but she's like, hold on, wait, who sing that song? Hold on, I'm gonna just
Let it go.
No, stop, because you're gonna throw me off.
Oh no, that's Let It Flow.
That's Let It Flow. Let me
surprisingly, another Toni Braxton song.
Dang. Okay, so now you're gonna make me feel like I don't care. Y'all judge me if y'all want to. I actually like this song, and I think I kind of posted it on my Instagram not too long ago. His name James Bay. Y'all know that song? Hold on. Am I allowed to play? Or that's gonna like.
Yeah, you can play like 5-10 seconds.
Okay, I'm like, am I allowed to do that?
Don't go crazy with it.
Yeah. Oh wait, damn, I got ads. Okay, forget it, y'all. Y'all know that song "Let It Go" by James Bay. He be like, "Come
I don't even know who the hell James Bay
is. Just let it be. Why don't you? All right, whatever.
Y'all might know it.
They
y'all
might not though, because I mean,
it.
he a white dude, but honestly, that song go hard, and it's I like it. I like it. I don't care what y'all say and what y'all think. I like it.
James Bay.
Yeah, and he performed that live.
It's spelled like Old Bay.
Yeah.
Like the B-A-Y.
Yeah, but like,
what happened?
Bro, you're just funny, like
What?
naturally funny. It's spelled like obey, like yes.
No, I mean,
Well,
I
it
didn't
was
want to.
B-A-E?
Well, I didn't think it was gonna be spelled like that. I just said Old Bay. You know,
So-
something us folks could resonate with.
All right.
Everybody got Old Bay in the cupboard, so they know
Yes,
what I'm
but
saying.
I feel like there's more people than just me who know this song. Like, if y'all know that song, like, please stand up for me in the comments. If you don't, it's okay, because I still like it.
And if you don't, stand up for me in the comments and let's just talk trash on her.
Stand up for me, okay? Because y'all know that song.
Now, after this episode, I got to go listen to this song because I don't even know.
And that's not even necessarily a song that I cry to, but it is a song that like be kind of putting me in my feelings a little bit.
Do you have
it's
like?
a
Do you have like a?
song.
Do you
like
have
a
like
love song?
Do you have like a mainstream song that universally people would know that you let some
that I
tears
cry
off
to?
Yeah,
Not for real, cause like y'all, honestly, like when I'm crying, like when I have those like ugly shower cries, I usually just like am feeling whatever I'm feeling, and then afterwards, like I just kind of go into prayer. Like I go into the presence of God, and then I'm crying because I'm grateful, and then my tears just keep going and they keep going.
Is this like a religious artist?
It's not. No, not at all. Like I don't know any of his other songs. I just really like that song.
How did you even come across James Bay?
I don't know, but it's a good song.
It's not even a good name. James Bay.
It's a good song. Like, and I'm mad you over here like, all right, whatever. People know that song. Y'all
you know what you need to do? Let it go. That's what she needs to do. She needs to let that song go.
I am so upset. He never even heard it. How are you? You know what? All right.
They've never heard it.
You don't know.
They over
You
there.
don't know.
They over there like, yeah, Danny right. Danny
You
right.
don't know if they
like,
heard it or not.
Hey, they like.
Even if y'all didn't hear it, y'all better lie. And
You
have my
like
back.
JoJo and Bad Boys. JoJo don't know nothing.
I don't care. I've been different my whole life. I've been like this.
Okay.
And I'm proud of it.
Okay, what's the
No,
runner-up
just play.
song? Give us a runner-up song.
Okay, of like that puts me like in my feels.
Yeah.
That puts me in my
What
feels.
can I play right now to make you cry?
To make me cry? Probably nothing. I'm happy right now. So like anything is probably just gonna make me vibe out.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, let me give a song. I mean, we kind of had a day when we was in here and I was kind of playing some songs. You was like, because I was kind of going through that situation.
Yeah.
And I was, what was I playing? I was playing like Brandy and Monica or something.
Okay, yeah.
And you was like, I'm surprised you able to listen to that and not. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I played your little K Michelle, you know, Can't Raise a Man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I ain't never really cried to those songs.
Right.
You know what songs what album got me through a breakup though? My breakup that I spoke about.
Here we go. Get into the juice, y'all.
Ella May's I don't even know what's the name of the album, but anyway, y'all, I suck.
She only got one song, right?
Y'all, he trying her right now. Like, don't even do Ella like that.
What
What
she
you
got
about to say, Buddha?
What, she got 2 songs? I mean,
No.
do she?
What's that album with 10,000 hours and
10,000 hours. Ain't nobody in their life ever listened to 10,000 hours.
You are crazy out of this world. Like, you are crazy out of this world. We are not even about to do this. Ella May got me through my breakup, no lie. Cause baby, it's over 1,000 times
Baby, it's
over. Ain't
Baby,
no
it's
do-overs. It was nice to know you. Like, listen, first of all.
She over here just playing some nonsense, man. Yo, whose man's is this?
I know you're not talking because, first of all right, y'all, he got too much on me. Too much on me. Y'all have my back in the comments.
Yeah.
They not gonna have my back, but it's okay. Cause I'm
Oh,
me.
man. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to get y'all some tea, but apparently she was all out of bags. There was no pods left in the cupboard.
All right, not too much on me.
No,
I know
I'm
this gonna be
just
funny
teasing.
as ever because
I'm
like
just
my
teasing.
facial expressions be mad crazy in the videos. Like
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be crazy.
Listen, I don't even know what episode we're on right now, but I don't know if it's y'all favorite thing, but it's my favorite thing. I was just talking to her about this. My new favorite thing, because I like to do homework. So like when we're done with a pod and we're done with it, I like to go back and look at it and kind of just like, like homework to see like what I could have did better and whatnot. So for the next episode.
Both of us, yeah.
But yes, my new favorite thing when I'm reviewing our episodes, when I'm talking, all I do is listen to me and stare at her face. This is an exercise for you guys. If you guys have not done this, if you go back to all of the episodes, whenever I'm talking, if you just look at her face, you will have the greatest time of your life watching the podcast.
I can't help it, y'all. Like, I literally wear all of my thoughts and emotions on my face. Like, I've been like that my whole life. So you never know what Danny's gonna say.
See, the thing is, she knows the real me.
I never know what he's gonna say.
And the real me is very, very flagrant.
I'm be having to remind him, like, okay, it's still a holy podcast, not just a ish podcast. Like, we gotta keep it balanced. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Right. And I do good on here compared to when the cameras is off.
He does great.
Because some of the stuff when the cameras is off, if I said the stuff that I say to her, the show would have already been over. Like, it
would just be off brand and off topic. Y'all would be so confused.
YouTube, all of the services would have been given strikes. She would have done fired me already. Like, it just, fam. Like,
we would have had to get him up out of here.
This ain't working.
No, I'm just playing, y'all. He can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, like.
But yes, but that's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things. So I'm telling you, that's like a rehash for y'all. That's just something for y'all to pay attention going forward. Or if you want to go back and run up some views on some old stuff. But yeah.
We are always here for that too.
If you do that, listen to me, but watch her face. I promise you it's a good time. Because if you think the stuff that comes out of my mouth is crazy, you should look at the facial expressions that she makes. Those are crazy.
No, for sure. It's pretty funny. Like, it's hilarious. It's actually hysterical. Y'all definitely got to go watch it because it's hysterical.
But, sorry, I took you out of your bag. I took you out of your element.
No, that's the whole...
Was that everything for the most part?
Yeah, as far as like this part of the series, I think we covered everything.
All right, because I did just want to add some extra in there. And
go ahead, do your thing.
No, this was the extra. This was the extra.
For sure, we here. Okay, I was going to say, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah. So I wanted you to get all your points across in the series. Yeah. And then I just wanted to add a little flavor in there.
I love it. We're having a great time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This is great.
Absolutely. Since we pretty much got everything out, I think I'll just we'll end this with a riddle.
Oh gosh.
Okay. And you guys can participate as well. But since she's only here, I'm gonna speak to her, but y'all can listen and y'all can chime in. And she might have heard this riddle before, but I seen it earlier today and I thought it was hilarious.
What happened?
Okay. So listen closely when I say this, okay? All right. What is a 4-letter word?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a 9-letter word, but never a 5-letter word.
What's a 4-letter word?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a 9-letter word.
Mm-hmm.
But never a 5-letter word?
Yes. And you guys try and figure it out as well.
4 letters.
What is a 4-letter word? Sometimes a 9-letter word, but never a 5-letter word.
Word? I don't know. I don't know.
No, I told you.
You told me? What?
I told you.
What is a 5-letter word?
No, what is a 4-letter word?
Okay.
Sometimes a 9-letter word, but never a 5-letter word.
So is 4 the 4-letter word? Wait, what? What is the 4-letter word? So what? WHAT. So what is the 4-letter word?
Yeah.
And you said is what? Sometimes a 9-letter word. Sometimes it's 9 letters.
Yeah.
He's so corny.
It never is a 5-letter word.
Get out of here, cornball. Cornball.
Hopefully y'all got that.
Did it take me too long?
Nah,
So
y'all
I think
you
that's
did
pretty
pretty
good,
good. You did pretty good. Look, she's so smart. She's so intelligent. Come on, y'all. She needs a beep, beep, beep to come take her up off the market. You know what I said without the beeps. Because I'm always saying it. Hey,
y'all, on that note,
listen, thanks for tuning in.
we appreciate y'all. Have a good night. We love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning in to the Holy-ish podcast.
And
we'll
remember, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Sundays and Wednesdays. Love you.
Blah, 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 blah.